Last year was definitely a good year. I think that with everything going on with COVID and the restrictions, just being able to maintain a full season was a victory in our books. I think both of the women and the men feel like as a unit we worked hard, but we came up a little short at conference. So that's always something that kind of resonated with us over the summer. So that was a constant reminder through our text messages and stuff. Any of our communication over the summer was definitely reminding everybody on both teams that we needed to continue to remember how we felt and continue to use that as fuel to have us work harder. So we've been doing that this year. There's been a lot of good change of pace with our practice facilities, our practice kind of environment, and we've been seeing some improvement, so that's been good. From the women's side, definitely our big heavy hitters are Ceci Romero Latuada, and we also have Maddie. So both of them are doing really good from the female standpoint. And Maddie Miller's been doing really well. Maddie and Ceci are both our captains, and on top of them playing very well, they actually hold a good presence with the team as well. So we're very proud of that. It's always good to see, our individual players play well. It's a team game, but nonetheless, there's a lot of individual success. So we're fortunate to have Ceci actually win the conference tournament last year, and this fall we actually had Ceci win another event over in Comfort, Texas, and then also for the men's side we had Raul Gonzalez have a win over at TLU, and we've also had some really good individual play by players. We've got a freshman, Ollie Gaisford, he's been playing really well. Massimo Garcia has also had a second place finish at TLU. So at this point, the fall is definitely considered more of an off season for us, but it's always good to see success on our individual players to be hopefully rolling into the spring. Our men's leaders are definitely Josh Sturt. We've got Chase White and Diego Garcia. If I had to verbalize the guys that I think that are really trying to lead the team, they're doing a good job with it. We've got a pretty big squad on our male side, and the truth is we always preach to all of them to be self-sustaining. So that being said, I think they've done a good job as a unit, just making sure to uplift each other, pick each other up when they're down, and make sure we stay focused. Golf is definitely a different season in the sense where we're in full competition at the start of September, and then our conference championships are usually at the end of April or beginning of May. So there's a lot of emotional and mental conditioning that we need to work through for the semester and the year, and they've been doing a really good job of doing that. The men will be traveling to Victoria. They'll be playing at Victoria Country Club. It's the Claude Jacobs Invitational, and that's a big one for us because we'll be returning there for conference. So the men's conference championship will also be at the golf course that we're playing. So although we're trying to go out there and take care of business, this tournament, we're actually using it as a glorified practice round for a couple days to get more accompanied to the course and all of the things that brings with it. So the course is a really good track. It's got really quick greens, so we definitely want to get as much experience on that course as possible. The women will be starting at the end of February. They'll be playing at Kissing Tree. That'll be a tournament hosted by Schreiner University up in San Marcos. It's a great track. It's a great resort there that we'll be staying at. I'm very excited for the women's side on that event. And the women, we're working hard. We're definitely, our motto is to outwork everybody that we play against. And as a coach and our coaching staff, I know we're very proud of the fact that they've been putting in a lot of work. So the women especially are really excited to kind of get out of the gates and get going. So we're excited for the spring. Men and women will both be traveling to Comanche Trace in Kerrville. We've got a premier event, which will be the Paiute Battle that Grandview University is hosting up in Las Vegas. And at this point, these are all just continual practice tests for us to get ready for the big one at the end of April for the women. At the end of April for the men, and at the beginning of May for the women. My assistant coach for the men's side is Tony Torres. He's been with us for a couple of years. He does a great job. And on the women's side, we've got Ali Trevino, which is a new addition. I think, speaking about her specifically, she's just been an amazing addition to the squad. The girls really take to her. She's a great player. She has a lot of accolades from the amateur side. She was a collegiate standout, and she's actually done some really good things amateur-wise in the state and in the country. So, if ever the girls want a good test, they always know to go and challenge Coach Allie. So she's been a great addition to the squad, and we're very happy that she's been able to join. I came from an athletic and an academic background that kind of just pushed for being the best that you can be. And I think that a lot of things with these athletes, with golfers specifically, they don't understand what they're capable of until you kind of make them aware of it. So as a coaching staff, we remind each other always to continue to push them within their boundaries. But that also being said, once they realize what they're capable of, they've been able to really exceed. So we definitely push that it's student athlete, right? Not athlete student. And we've been fortunate as a coaching staff that on both sides, the men and the women, they take their academics very seriously. So we're very proud of that. We don't really have too many academic issues with our teams per se, and it's something that we like to keep that tradition going, definitely. So from an academic side, we're always very proud of our athletes. I love big crowds. If I was playing golf, I'd love to have people watching. Typically, golf isn't something where you have that until the professional levels, but if there are fans out there that are interested in coming, we have our schedule out on the website, and as long as you're able to attend, there are no immediate restrictions. You know, you can still continue to wear a mask, but we're fortunate with golf as a whole that it's a pretty socially distant sport. So if any fans are out there that are listening or are interested in trying to attend some of our events, you can reach out to me personally, or you can just check our tournament dates online, and everything's open to the public. So you definitely feel free to come out and support. I know that the men or the women would definitely like to see some new faces out there when we're playing.